Yo, you're meowing for Robux?
What's going on, everyone? It's DV, and we're back and Please Buy Me. Today, I'm going to be giving you 10 tips to help you survive in this game because there's a lot of people making mistakes, man. There's so many people making mistakes in this game, and I figured, you know what? It's time. It's time to give you more. Pretty much just walk by it. Let me find a good example of someone just, okay, this is the type, no offense, Rip Lori, hopefully you'll learn from this video and watch it. But this is like someone that I don't want to buy from. No offense, they do have good pricing, 30 each. I mean, these are good prices, but you can see they're struggling selling their card because no one wants their card. Other than friends or someone that knows them, no one really wants that card. And it's not because it's a bad card, it's just most people are looking for value. Most people are looking for famous people. And I'll explain the types of buyers pretty soon here. So if you're, wondering what kind of buyers there are, at least the main buyers, I'll explain those in a little bit. But no matter how good your avatar looks, most people just keep running. That's why you're not selling anything. You see, you sold one card, and it might have been someone that was very gracious, honestly. Even this person right here, they're only selling their card. Now, and some people don't have a choice, right? Other than to sell their own cards because they don't have Robux. And I'm here to give you some bad news. This is not the game to come in with no Robux. Not yet, so don't rage quit yet. Don't rage, that doesn't mean you shouldn't play this game. Don't rage quit yet, but if you don't at least have, I would say like a couple hundred Robux, even $5 worth of Robux, this game is probably not for you. Not yet, but it will be eventually. And the reason why I say eventually is the devs are working on a donation system. So what'll be nice about that is you're gonna see a whole different dynamic in this game and a surge of new players, because what's gonna happen is people are gonna start donating, right? So like right now, I don't even bother, like look at this, this guy's only selling his cards too. But you see, people only selling their own cards are not selling much. This guy at least has some variety here. I'm going to give you some tips on how to solve that, but don't sell just your own 20. So if you think about that, I have 250 or plus 250 storage capacity. That means most people can only fit 50 cards in their collection free to play. So think about that. Do people really want to muddy up their collection? You can't delete the card. After you have the card in your inventory, you can't delete it. You can't send it back. You can't even sell it most of the time because they bought someone that isn't popular. And so for me, the only way to get around that is I got to like transfer my card to an alt, and that costs Robux. And I got to have to keep deleting that Game Pass over. It's just painful. I've had to do it too many times. It's painful. So next up, number 2, do not focus on fame if you're a new player. There's so many players are like, I need to get my fame up. I need to get my fame up because they think that 241 fame is going to help sell their card. Like, it's just not. Even 100,000 these days is kind of low. So like this one's a little bit better because it's 280,000 Robux on it. So the problem with starting on focusing on fame as a new player is it's just a lot of work and a lot of Robux and a lot of begging. It's the hardest path in this game. Why take the hardest path to success in this game? Don't do that, okay? Don't focus on fame as a brand new player. What you should be doing, which is my next tip, is buying tagged cards. So you see right here, I'm going to show you some tagged cards, what this means. So right here, it says YouTube, star creator, and then verified. That's what those mean. So I'm a content creator for the game, so they gave me a special tag. The YouTube tag means the devs have to add that. Then there's a star creator tag, which is automated. So if you're a star creator joining the game, you'll automatically get that. On top of that, if Roblox has verified your account, you'll have a verified check mark. These two cards are the types of cards you want to buy. When you have like cards like this, obviously you should buy these. This is a really good value, by the way. 500 Robux is not bad for 171,000 card. That's a good card to buy if you can find it cheap. Oh, this is a good one too. How much is this? This is a right here. Look at this. I don't think I've seen this one. So this is a Roblox admin. See that little icon right there? That's an admin. Here's the dev, by the way. They got the moderator tag and the developer hammer. As a new player, get a little bit of Robux and find one of those cards and then sell it for a lot of Robux. All right, so say you have a bunch of tagged like content creators or developers that you just bought for their cards and you don't know what to price them at. So like, for example, let's go in here and find someone. Let's check, let's go to my binder. Let's check like Silently. So I just bought Silently's, let's say 136. Let's check trade history on this. So I bought this card for 3,000. Silently originally, sold it. See, this is what I'm talking about. Imagine being this person, buying Silently's card for 25 Robux, and then they sold it for 1,000. They made bank, dude. And then this person, in turn, sold it to me for 3,000 Robux. That's actually a big win, right? Now, say I turned around and said, you know what? I bought this card for 3,000 Robux. You know, is you just need to get that calculator, and here's that calculator. Now if I said, okay, 5,000, say I wanted to sell for 5,000, just do times 0.6, I would only get 3,000 if I sold it for 5,000. I basically, it's a wash. I didn't make anything, right? That's horrible. In fact, I lost because I lost my time and I lost, just like potential value. So say I wanted to double it, I will make a little bit of Robux off doubling it. So if I went to 6,000 and in 0.6, I would make 600 Robux off that. Not bad. Like if you think 600 is a lot, if it's worth it, that's not bad, right? Now if I sold it for, say, what I think I could do, like say I sold it for like 7,500, then I put 0.6 on that, I would make 1,500 Robux. So you kind of have to figure out your pricing for some of these, but whenever you're like trying to go around and buy cards, remember that you have to at least double plus some. So like if I bought a card for 1,000 Robux, I probably have to sell that for 1,000 plus. So I would have to sell that for 2,500, right? That's not bad because you have to subtract your original purchase price, right? The reason why I'm doing this like this because I know there's a lot of kids that actually do watch my videos. So make sure you don't underprice the value of stuff, and especially number ones on YouTubers. I don't know why his isn't showing a star creator. He's in the star creator program. So next up is don't overprice your cards. Like I would say if you are not famous, if you don't have your own fan base, I mean, this is a good price right here, 6. It's probably a little too low for your time. Free Robux, I get that, but do you really want to be sitting in this game that long for 6? Maybe, but definitely under 100's good. 200 is a little high. Like this is number one. That's why. So that's good. But yeah, you don't want to like overprice your cards. Like this is a really good price, 15, 30. That's a little bit better. But make sure you don't overprice or underprice your cards. Next up, I want to talk about a couple scams. Okay, there's a couple like not really scams, but there's kind of like tricks. They're kind of scams. First one is don't fall for the invest in me before I blow up booths. So there's a lot of people that do that. Each card is rising fast, so invest while you still can. They give you a sense of urgency. I mean, it's smart. This one, maybe because it's 200. It's usually people help me rise my fame. Do they have other cards? At least they have a variety of cards here. Wet is a really good card too. He's one of my clan leaders. He's got a following. He's a YouTuber and he's growing fast. I'll show you a Weta card in a second. Invest now, earn later. Most likely AFK. Everything is appreciated. But yeah, there's invest now. Yeah, there's lots of people are saying invest in me. Just be careful of those. Make sure you know who you're investing in. And I would say if they're already past 100,000, they're kind of well on their way. Honestly, the limit for me is 100,000. If I see your cards at 100,000, then I know you're doing pretty well. Because that's a lot of Robux. I'm sorry. That's $1,000 worth of Robux that has been spent on your card. So let me show you an example. So let's go to Weta's cards. So Weta's up to 130,000 right here. He's sold 400. It looks like he's on 420 cards. So, I mean, the average price, if you divide that, we know that his cards typically sell for 310 Robux, around there. So 310 Robux, if we can find Weta's for 300 or even buy my card and I'll buy your card. And they think it's like this whole like idea of like, we're going to get rich by doing this. And I'm just going to tell you right now the hard truth. I'm just going to be truthful with you. Unless they have 50,000 Robux and you have 50,000 Robux, you're not going to be able to boost each other's fame enough to like make it even worthwhile. We're buying like Weta cards for 500 Robux over here, and you're going to have to spend 50,000 Robux to get to 50,000 fame. It's not going to work. What I would recommend is save your Robux, do what I said, go find, small cards that have high fame already, and spend, 250 Robux to 500 Robux on those. They're already famous. Don't bother with some guy over here that says, hey, if you buy my card, which has like probably 100 fame on it, if you buy my card, I'll buy yours. It's just not. I'm just going to say, don't pull a Russo. Don't sell your number one for too cheap. Don't pull a DV too. I was kind of the first one that did that. I sold mine for 2,000. Now I have regrets, man. My number one went for like 50,000, okay? It's not okay. It's not okay. But yeah, don't pull a Russo and sell your number one for too cheap. I think he sold it for 3,000 or something like that. I can't remember. But he could have sold that for 300,000 Robux. Even your top 10 cards should be worth more than your other cards. So if you're typically, selling your cards for like 100 Robux each, maybe sell your top 10 for like 250 or even 1,000, 500, whatever you want to sell those for. I did like, I think 750 for mine or something like that. It wasn't too cheap, but it wasn't too pricey either. And let other people take it and sell it, and make money off of it. Next tip I want to give you is to use the Please Buy Me Discord server for trading and buying. So any kind of trading forums. I say trading, but it's basically buy and sell, right? There's a trading channel in there, but it's not trading. Okay, it's actually buying and selling. So you can also find people willing to do like deals with you. You can go on a private server or something, and you could probably like get a really good deal on stuff if you buy in bundles. So like if you buy in bulk, you can buy a bunch of stuff at once, things like that, especially if you're a known trader. But yeah, so use the Discord for buying and selling. I've sold some cards over there. And finally, the biggest tip I can give you is to better understand the Please Buy Me audience. A lot of people come in here thinking this is please donate, like a please donate clone. It's nothing like it. In fact, it's probably like the furthest from being like a clone, because it's more about like, this is like, imagine these were like Petsum X Pets, man. It's kind of like that, okay? This is basically you buying cards from other people and trying to sell them and resell them. It's a card collectible game. So when you think about it this way, there are 3 types of buyers in the game, and I'm going to break them down for you, and this is going to help you understand how to sell cards. If you understand the buyers, you know how to sell them, right? So the first type of buyer is going to be buyers who are looking to raise their collection value. So what is collection value? See this right here? That is collection value. The reason why this is big is it's sorted in the leaderboard that way. I mean, the more value you have for your collection, the higher you are in this list. And people like being at the top of lists, just like I like being number 3 in this, game right here. I've got 160 million value, collection value. I'm number 3 right now, and there's a reason. It's because I focus on collection value. Some people tell me like, DV, I got this really great 1 million fame card. It's over here. It's Chase Rooney. I'm like, I don't want Chase. And it's not because I don't want Chase's card. It's because it's too expensive for collection value collecting. And that's my thing right now. I'm that kind of buyer. I don't buy for rarity anymore. I don't buy to I still buy to collect friends, which is another type of buyer I'm going to get into in a minute. Most of the time, I'm out of space. I can't afford to be collecting small cards. But now I'm kind of stuck to having to move people around. So when you think about that, I can only buy high value cards. I got to sell cards to be able to make space for more cards. So I'm looking for the lowest price for the highest amount of fame. Now, the second type of buyer is going to be people that are looking to flip cards. Those are going to be the people looking for value. So someone's going to be looking for Tempest, for example, for maybe 1,000. Someone would want this one for 1,000 Robux, and that way they could flip it for 3,000 Robux. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I consider value flippers. This is how people get rich in this game. So I got Sabrina. I could flip that card probably. So I spent 17,000. I would have to sell for 30,000. I might be able to sell for that. I might be able to even get 40 or 50,000 off her card. Gravy number 1. If I really wanted to, I spent 100,000, Robux on this one. I could probably get, I'd say 250 to 300,000 Robux for this card. That's what flipping is. I didn't buy his to flip it, but that's what I'm saying. I'm flipping Telantric's card, because he doesn't really play the game. Next and final type of buyer, and there are other types of buyers. I'm just going through the main 3. The next kind are going to be the collectors looking